Just like you, I was super surprised when CeeDee Lamb was still available at number 17 overall when the Dallas Cowboys went on the clock in the first round of the 2020 NFL Draft. And in real time, I gave the pick a grade of A-. Lamb was my number one wide receiver in this draft class because I saw an elite yards after the catch wide receiver and someone who excelled in contested catch situations down the field, who was a sudden and explosive athlete. No, he's not going to separate with savvy route running ability like Jerry Jeudy right away, and he is going to have to take time to learn how to beat press coverage consistently because he just didn't see it very often in the Big 12. But he's a modern day wide receiver. You get him the ball and he will make plays with it in his hands. The only reason I went with A- instead of an A for this Cowboys selection of CeeDee Lamb, I didn't see it as the biggest need for Dallas. They have two 1,000-yard wide receivers returning in Amari Cooper, who they just gave a big contract to, and Michael Gallup, who really emerged in his second season, the third-round pick from 2018. But the value was there, and truly the Cowboys went best player available in round one. Neville Gallimore is my selection for non-round one pick, who I believe has the best chance to eventually make a Pro Bowl in Dallas with the Cowboys. I had Gallimore graded at the back portion of round one. I think he's a modern day interior defensive lineman that is better as a pass rusher than he is against the run and can win with first step quickness along with a variety of pass rushing moves. He does need to get a little bit stronger so he can hold up better against the run, but right now I think as a sub-package player on third downs, let him attack a gap with that lightning quick first step, and Gallimore will generate pressure on the quarterback because he can beat offensive linemen in a variety of ways. And creating pressure on passing downs, there's nothing more valuable that you can do as a defensive lineman. It was a great value pick for Dallas, and in a few seasons, Neville Gallimore is going to be a Pro Bowler. Edge rusher Bradlee Anae was the Cowboys' best value selection in the 2020 NFL Draft. 13 sacks, 14 tackles for loss in his final season at Utah, left the program as the all-time leader in sacks. And he's not a great athlete, and there aren't a lot of players that tested as poorly as he did at his size who have turned out to be successful NFL pass rushers. So that's the caveat with Anae. However, he has a mastery level of pass rushing moves. I said during the pre-draft process that after Chase Young, Anae had the most refined or polished toolbox when it came to using his hands to beat offensive linemen. He has a good, sturdy frame, sets a strong edge, he has a high motor, will give you high energy. And if you want to watch a Bradlee Anae highlight film, go to the USC-Utah game early in the season in 2019 when he faced off primarily against Dolphins first-round pick Austin Jackson, and he completely destroyed him. I think this late in the draft, number 179 overall, to get my number 112 overall prospect was outstanding value by the Dallas Cowboys front office. Cornerback Reggie Robinson was the biggest reach the Dallas Cowboys made in the 2020 NFL Draft. From afar, he really checks all the boxes. 4 interceptions, 13 pass breakups in 2019. At the Combine, he measured in at 6'1" and 205 pounds and ran a 4.44 second time in the 40-yard dash. There's not a lot of players with that size and length who also have that type of linear speed, but he's pretty tight in his hips, does not mirror very well, and his short area quickness is really lacking. I did not really like his film in 2019. I saw him get beat down the field and maybe not play to his speed as often as you would have liked to see. Because of the size and the athleticism that he showed at the Combine, you would have liked to pick him 6th or 7th round. That's what I would have liked to see, but the Cowboys picked him in round 4. I think he's more of a project as opposed to someone who can come in and contribute in his first couple of seasons. Overall, I'm giving the Dallas Cowboys a grade of A- for their 2020 draft class. To let the board continue to fall to them in the first couple of rounds, I thought was a sign of great patience by that front office and displayed how that can really pay off for a team. CeeDee Lamb in round 1, not the biggest need, but best player available, certainly will help Dak Prescott even more. Trevon Diggs in round 2, a big, physical, athletic cornerback who's going to be in your face from day one. A lot of people, including myself, thought the Cowboys would pick Diggs in the first round. So to get him in round 2, that was awesome value. Love the Neville Gallimore pick in round 3. Did not like as much Reggie Robinson in round 4, but keep an eye on Tyler Biadasz, who they picked later in the draft. He needs to get a lot stronger, but his movement skills and his prowess as a run blocker coming from Wisconsin are legit. After he adds some more of that power, I think he could be the starting center, and a good one at that, for the Cowboys.